I don't think I'm smart enough to effectively play and fully enjoy the Ace Attorney series. I think as a child, I realized that I had a very one-track mind, and I had to choose between this and that. This being a child who had reading comprehension skills of an actual human being, and that, which was whatever I chose. Ace Attorney is a game that demands its players be able to pick up on the minor details throughout its narrative. You play as a desperate defense attorney that is put up against these open and closed cases that seem to be obvious to everyone. Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney in question, often chooses to believe the defendant and try to get them out of going to jail. The game, however, does an interesting thing where it shows you the murder taking place in the beginning of an episode. So, throughout the episode, you know who the murderer is. Then the investigation portion starts, where you have to find a bunch of evidence and information to clear your client's name. This is a very fun gameplay loop. You see the murderer, and thus feel compelled to clear the innocent defendant's name. You gather information and then litigate with said evidence and information to close the case. The game plays around with this idea a little bit, but that righteous cause to make sure justice is served to the proper person is enough to hype anyone up. The problem is, I am not a lawyer, and I definitely do not have the reading capabilities of one. So there were many times that I would need to offer a piece of evidence, and I would fail miserably when I offered the wrong one. That is why I think Phoenix Wright is a terrible game and has no redeeming qualities. Objection! Actually, there's more to this case, because Phoenix Wright does have some flair to it. Despite being unhooked on phonics, I still found great enjoyment in parts that I did understand. Phoenix Wright is a ridiculously charming game that is absolutely hilarious. The only obstacle for me was getting to the good stuff. Much like how Nick looked to Maya in his time of need, I often asked my wife, who was much better at reading things than I am, and had played these games before, to guide my way. Is his last name Phoenix? No, it's Nick Wright.
It's Phoenix Wright.
No, what's his full name?
Phoenix Wright.
His full name is Phoenix Wright? Why do people call him Nick?
Nick is short for Phoenix.
What? This made it a truly special experience, and overall, Ace Attorney is a great game that, despite it requiring a reading level higher than a child's and having a slower pace than my monkey brain can handle, I really enjoyed the experience of.